Oh, Canada, coming at you right now on Cliff's Notes, the number one agent in Vancouver, Canada. Wait till you see what kind of car this guy drives. Next on Cliff's Notes. Real estate agents, are you struggling with the day-to-day grind, dialing for dollars, putting in hours of floor time with little to show for it? Are you looking for tips, tricks, and tactics to accelerate your career as an agent that will have you closing more homes, working with more clients, and earning more money than ever before? Hi, my name's Cliff Freeman, and I've spent the past 2 decades of my real estate career running one of the top brokerages in DFW and personally coaching over 1,000 high-performing real estate professionals across North America. I created this podcast to share the strategies and tactics you need to explode your real estate business. I guarantee it. Oh, man, I miss Canada, don't you?
It's been a while.
C3, my beloved son and co-host here, we did a trip. We did a run up there. It's about 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Can't believe it. It was so much fun. Oh,
yeah.
My gosh.
And on that trip, we got to meet for the first time our esteemed, amazing guest today, John Tsai. But before we bring John on, it is time to check in with the one and only Travis Giles. Travis?
Hey, how's it going?
Man, it is just fulfilling to be here with you today, I'll tell you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I like that word. That's a good word, fulfilling.
Fulfilling.
I like
yes.
it. It's so
blessed,
powerful.
Blessed is another one. Blessed and abundantly blessed, highly favored. How about that?
I like it.
Yes,
I like
sir.
it.
Yes, sir. You got any updates for us in the world of sports? Just real quick.
You know what? Last night, the Mavericks played the Memphis Grizzlies, and Luka Doncic scored the game-winning shot, 3-pointer. Oh, man, it was beautiful.
Was that one at the bell where he stretched out and came out of nowhere?
That is a great impersonation of it as well, Cliff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've been practicing that before the show here. But man, that's been on. That'll be an ESPN State Fair Blue Ribbon replay. Won't
Indeed.
It?
Oh yeah,
indeed it will.
Yeah, very good. Well, speaking of State Fair Blue Ribbon, man, we do have today, and if you're in the audience, please get your pens out, your notepads out. There he is, the man himself, John Tsai, all the way in Vancouver, Canada. Good morning, John. It's afternoon here, but how the heck are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Like you said, fulfilled, blessed, happy, content, grateful, all the above.
I wouldn't believe in a minute. I believe that you're blessed, highly favored, and abundantly blessed, but I would never believe that you're content. I've never seen you be content where you are. You are always striving to be the best at what you do, and we're so excited to have you on the show so you can break down and drop some nuggets on our audience today. And this is our 6-month checkup from the neck up, right? And you were on the show about 6 months ago. We can't wait to hear about your journey here through your it was a new brokerage not too long ago, but now you're like one of the veterans here. So, but I wanted to talk to you and go into some detail about how you've been able to grow all facets of your business, including some incredible rev share numbers, and I'm sure you're also sitting on a good amount of stock as well. So, just really excited to have you on the show, John. C3. You remember it wasn't that long ago when we were sitting together dining in that fine room, and John and his group were there. And how big is your team now, John? Tell us a little bit. Give us an update. Tell us what's going on with your real estate business.
I think we chatted about a year ago or a year and a half ago.
Was it? C3 said it was. I thought it was longer. I thought it was longer than that because
when
it was
we went
the
on
old
YouTube,
studio.
it said 6 months. So
okay, all
that's
right.
Wild.
Well, then you got a lot of updating to do. Then let's see. Give us how big was your team then, and how big is it now?
I think it was probably at around 80 to maybe 100
agents
at that time.
This is
agents,
okay.
yeah.
This is in your rev share.
Rev share, yeah. So my team, my real estate team, was back then I was 4 agents. Now we're up to 10.
Oh, okay. So you've more than doubled the size of your production team, and then the group that you're working with and you're mentoring. You had 100 back then, and what are you up to today?
Today, 402 this morning. So
wow.
Super grateful. super blessed. And you know what? It was 300. Get this, 300 January 1st of this year. We're like, yay, we hit 300. And then in like, 4 months now, we hit 400. I'm like, okay, this thing's really taken off.
Growth in 1 quarter.
That's a heck of a growth rate there, friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happened? What do you attribute all this success to and the growth of that of the group?
I'd love to say it's me, but I think it's because people are starting to come around in Canada, really starting to see the opportunity, really starting to see that, big players that, the business people, the top producers, the people that have been in the industry that know numbers well have joined. And they're like, okay, well, if it makes sense to that guy, I shouldn't doubt it too much. Right. And all these big hitters. The number one agent in Canada for Remax joined us last year, and that had a big wave. So Ontario's on fire, Calgary's on fire. I think BC, where I'm at, is actually lagging behind. But, I think we're going to start to see people really start to switch over soon. And I think that attributed to that 100 in a quarter for myself. That's huge growth for me anyway. So
that sure is. Yeah. And over time, really, as you get that organic growth going, you have less and less impact on how it goes. It's just like an avalanche, or a big snowball rolling down a hill. It just does things by itself. So, yeah, and so out of that 400, how many of those are in countries outside of Canada? Do you have any folks in the U.S.?
Yeah, I actually have 90 agents in LA, and I have about 20 in Florida, and I have 3 in Atlanta, and then I think 5 in Kansas City. So kind of, all over the place, and then a few in India and a few in Mexico.
Into India and Mexico. How in the heck did that happen?
I have no idea, Cliff.
That's the beauty of exponential growth. And, I know that you subscribe to that theory. I think there was a book written about it, and it involves the 6 degrees of separation. You've heard about the theory, right? That you're never more than 6 people away from anybody in the world.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
So it has to happen that over time, as your group grows, you're going to have agents that are part of your network literally all over the world. And that is super exciting. Yeah. We've opened up in quite a few. I don't believe we've gotten, we've got Europe going. We've got Mexico. We're really starting to make some headway in South America. I don't believe any Asian communities have been opened up, but I know that I think, isn't it your hometown that's on the roadmap here that they've got targeted to open up sometime in the not too distant future?
I hope so. I have a few agents inquiring with the Hong Kong managing broker. They're here in Canada, but they are starting to, get the word out and sharing the opportunity in Hong Kong. My home country is Taiwan, so hopefully down the road at some point, we'll get Michael to help us open that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just incredible to think a year back, the only international business that we really had was Canada. And of course, that's where you are. But, that was, the thought that we'd be in as many countries now. And Michael Valdez, I gotta really tip my hat here and thank him for the amazing job that he's done to get those countries open so fast. It really is incredible. And I don't know if you've studied, but in some countries that we're in, this model is never even been thought of before. I mean, there are real estate agents that have been on salary and have, some of them don't have brokers. You don't have to have a license, that kind of thing. And so to see this type of structure come in has just been really life-changing. Let's talk about your real estate business because, you sell a ton of really high-priced real estate in Vancouver. What kind of numbers did you do last year, John?
Last year, we hit 132 transactions. That's closed and pending. We closed 113. And so total production was just over 100 million. And I'm averaging about $850,000 per home at the moment.
over that time, you were growing your team from was it 4 agents to, I believe you said 10 now? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. And so how much of an increase was it last year over 2019?
So I think we hit 110 closed and pending. I think around 85 closed in 2019. But I had a dip. 2019 in Vancouver wasn't a great year. But so what is that? An increase, 20% increase, I think.
And that's
But
on
here's
top
the
of
kicker.
COVID, right? What's the kicker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the kicker is, 2016, 17, 18, 19, I was on average talking to 30 to 50 people a day with regards to real estate buying and selling homes, right? And, I would take like over 100 listings myself. Okay. And 2020, I went on 20 listing appointments total, right? And, we were able to increase our production, and I netted $1 million to myself, and then, be able to help my agents produce at a high level as well. So I went from 7 days a week, 12, 14-hour days, 2016, 17, 18, 19, to 2020, 4 days a week, 7 hours a day in real estate.
And you've also started a family, right? Or grown your
Yeah.
family?
And
Yeah.
This is, 2018, Zoe was born, and we have another one coming June this year. So I'm super excited about that.
Fantastic. Wow. It's a great, it's just great being dad, and now you've got time to do it. So what you're actually accomplishing what most real estate agents dream about, but they're never able to get to. They can't get off that transaction wheel. Can you talk a little bit about how your business mechanically has changed? What have you done to get out of going on those 100 listing appointments? And, I know that you're a big, phone guy, Ferry organization, Mike MFO, and get on the phone and dial. How have you been able to delegate what you used to do?
So it really switching the mindset from being a top real estate agent, the biggest producer on my team, to being a great leader and a great coach and a great trainer. And you know what? If I'm going beast mode all the time, my guys don't get to do what they do at the highest level, because I'm not spending time coaching and training them. So now I'm allocating that time, not prospecting, but working on the business and training them. They're actually closing more deals for the team. Then I get to just focus on what I do the best right now, which is coaching and training. Right. But it really was this mindset shift. Like, okay, I don't have to be the top producer. I don't need to chase the ego anymore. Right. And because Mike Ferry agents are always about the top, the bottom line being high, meaning net, a lot of money, but then your agents are just kind of supporting your volume. But that model had a problem, is that you're going to be grinding to no end. You're going to be on that deal treadmill to no end. And so I like the team leader style way more. And yesterday I got a lot of insights from Patricia, which all the ideas came from you anyway. So, it's been great just learning from you guys and be able to leverage slowly out of production. Life is a lot better, working 7 hours a day in real estate instead of working 12, 14. It's a game changer. My wife no longer hates me. I get to see, what? I used to get a call from my mom, and I would end the call. I would say, Mom, I'm too busy. Now it's like, hey, Mom, what do you need? You want me to take you to the doctor? I got it. No problem. I got time.
So you've been able to find balance again in your life, that the 5 equities of life that we often talk about. So let's do a little bit of a deeper dive here, because I know you're very big, John, on the culture and the core values of your team, and you run a pretty tight ship. Let's talk a little bit about how important, like let's look at a day in the life of the John Tsai Group. Tell me what's the structure? What do you have your agents doing? How important is training, and how does that play in?
Yeah, so the daily schedule, on Mondays, we have a bigger meeting. So it's about an hour at 11 o'clock. And, you know, agents report daily how many contacts they're going to do. Right. So Monday is the bigger meeting. We talk about what we're setting up for the week. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have a daily powwow, which is 30 minutes. Right. And then, you know, we come in, we talk about how many contacts we're going to do, who we're reaching out to. And, you know, at the end of every meeting, we do affirmations. I never let my team leave a meeting without being in peak state. So that's what we're all about. And yeah, so in the morning, we do that. And then we get to our contacts. And then in the afternoon, we all go on appointments. And I want them to do no paperwork, no admin whatsoever. That's already taken care of by the admin team on the back end.
Okay. What about, so you mentioned role play. I've got this badass video that I took when we were all together of Denise doing her affirmations. Do you still do those every day?
Every day. I did twice already this morning.
Twice already this morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you mind sharing with us what you did this morning?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's a longer one. I'll give you a sample of what we did.
Okay, just give us a little
So I asked
soundbite.
the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I asked the crowd, you know, this morning in the EXP world, I said, hey, you know, would you guys agree that it takes a lot of energy and enthusiasm to sell a lot of homes? Say I, right? Do you guys want to sell a lot more homes? Say I.
Aye.
You guys want to make more money? Say I.
Aye.
And then this is like when I really get into it. So repeat after me. Today is a great day. That's like my
Today's a
thing,
great
right?
day.
Today is a great day. I started all over, you know. Today I have energy. Today is a day I'm going to make it happen. I am ready to make today the best day of my life.
Oh
Right?
man.
That's just to give you an
Yeah.
example.
So did you go to Tony Robbins and like Date with Destiny or anything? Okay.
I went to Business Mastery and UPW, Unleash the Power Within.
Okay. So this is really super important, and I want to talk about it for a minute because you have always sought to get better at leadership, and self-development has been a big part of that for you. Talk to us about why self-development is critical to be at the top of your game.
Yeah, every day I need to improve. And you know what? The more you learn, the more you earn. And success is about not what you do, but who you're being. Right. So if I can level up in myself, my skills, and my mindset, right, then I get to lead people to pull them up as well. So if I'm not getting better, I don't get to earn more. If I'm not getting better, my guys don't get to get trained and they don't get to earn more. So it's a constant, what do they call it? CANI, constant never ending improvement, right? Every single day. I'm only trying to get 1% better every single day. Right. So that's what I'm all about. And, you know, if I can level up every single day, that's it. And the income, the increase in income will come as a natural result of me doing that.
So I think Kaizen, continuous process improvement, is a great word here. You know, and John, if you can improve 1% a day,
365%.
you'll be 37 times better
Right.
at the end of the year than at the beginning of the year, right? I mean, the numbers are
Compounded.
astonishing. It's
Yeah.
the compound effect. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you've probably read Darren Hardy's book, The Compound Effect, but it is. What are the top 3 books that you've read in the areas of self-development?
I would say the top 3 right now would be Relentless. That's number 1. Right. Can't Hurt Me.
Oh man,
Right.
the
And right
audio
now
on
I'm
that.
reading.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. Can't Hurt Me. And then the last one I'm reading right now is Limitless by Jim Quick.
Limitless. I've heard that's a good one. I haven't got it yet. Wow. You know, they say that the average Fortune 100 CEO reads a book a week. About how often do you pick up a book and read it, John?
Oh, you know what? Right now with the 75 hard challenge, I read 10 pages of a book a day. And that's a lot for me because English is my second language. So I'm a super slow reader.
Oh my
But
gosh.
I try.
Yeah. You manage the language a lot better than people who were born here, I promise you. So, okay, some people don't know what hard 75 is.
Yeah, unpack that for us, John.
What is that?
Yeah, so I'm on a diet. I do intermittent fasting, low carbs, no sugar, no alcohol, right? 2 workouts a day. One has to be outside, and they both have to be 45 minutes. You have to read 10 pages a day, every single day for 75 days, right? And what else? Yeah, no alcohol, which I just said. That's the toughest for me, for sure.
Right. No, I can appreciate that. And you got to do it 75 days. What's the accountability for you here? Do you have a partner or somebody that's helping you be accountable?
Yeah, we have a WhatsApp chat. You know what? I think we started with like 20 people. We're down to like 4 people. You know, the top 20% of the group stayed.
Can believe it. And I think we were talking before the show, and you said you wouldn't mind showing us your abs. Is that still on the table here?
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. That's another show, Cliff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, speaking of other things, I think C3 was fascinated with something that you showed us before we went live here. What caught your eye?
Yeah, man, that Lamborghini. I can't wait to come take a ride in it whenever we come do our Canada show again. I think we're getting something like that in the works.
We're going to put a tour together for sure after seeing John's car.
But yeah, talk to us about your car.
Look at that.
Oh man, what's the model?
That's the Huracan. It's 2015, so it's not even like brand new, right? And it was brand new, 400,000. I bought it for 250. You know what? When COVID hit, guys, I thought my life was over. And I realized that life is too short. If I want something, I'm just going to go out and get it. You know, I sold off properties that were like making me tight in cash flow. You know, I paid off all my debt during the pandemic. And then I made a lot of amends with people in my life. I just cleaned up my life altogether. And I say, hey, you know what? Whatever I'm going to do in this life, I'm going to do it now. If I can, I'm just going to do it now. Because why wait? You know, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's so true. Yeah. Well, the car is nice, I'll tell you that. And it's you had it wrapped. That's not a Lambo color, that matte black, is it? That's a special. Is that Kevlar or is it some type of special wrap? Or it looks awesome.
Well, thank you. It's called Satin black, apparently.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is. I'm not a big car guy. And I'll just tell you.
What?
I'm the biggest, you know, can I say this, a-hole on the road because I drive so slow on the road. I get people honking at me behind me because I'm driving so slow in a Lamborghini. Not a big car guy, but you know, it was on my vision board for many, many years. I had to get it.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, somebody suggested a book, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's Die with Zero or Die with Nothing or something like that. And it's all about, you know, you work your tail off, you know, to have a little bit of money left over to retire on, and you know, and you don't use it. Your lifestyle doesn't change. You know, you got all this money in the bank, and the whole premise behind the book is, you know, you should really use it and enjoy it, and not just when you're too old to do it. So my son and I made a pact here, and I've got about 12 golf courses on my bucket list, and I thought about it and I said, well, if I do one a year, I'm going to be too old to, you know, get around the course. So I said, we better do 2 a year. So we're starting to make plans now for Sawgrass and Pebble and a couple other
Whistling
places.
Straits,
Yeah.
Bethpage Black.
Exactly. And I think we might even put Whistler. That's not a golf course, but
I'm gonna have to ski Whistler.
he's a boarder. John, do you snowboard or ski?
I don't actually. I don't even know why I'm living in Vancouver. We got all the fun sports here locally. I'm not even a big hockey guy. What the hell? But you know what? It's beautiful to see. I go up to Whistler just to enjoy the hills, to walk around the village, to just to chill out. But I don't board. I don't play hockey. I don't boat. Go out boating too much. But you know what? It's beautiful here. So yes,
What do
definitely
you
come.
do?
Don't wait.
Yeah. When you get a day off, besides take the Lambo out, and drive it around town, what sort of things do you like to do? I mean, a guy at your level with the kind of production you do, and what do you do to wind down? What is it that brings you peace and brings you back to reality?
I attend online church just to try to get some peace. And then I spend time with my girl a lot right now, Zoe. On the weekend, it's all about her, right? Because I see her every day, but I'm not really seeing her. I'm in my den right now, so when she comes in, I'm not really present with her, and I feel bad about that. So Saturday, Sundays, definitely, it's seeing my mom, and then seeing my in-laws, and then spending time with Zoe and my wife.
Right. Well, let's talk about the
Mhm.
future for John Tsai. I really want to hear, because you're a guy that's always had incredible vision, but even more importantly, you're the guy that made the vision happen. And now that you're in leadership, and I'm just gonna let me do a little sidebar here. I've preached this on the show before, but for those of you out there who are aspiring real estate agents, you've got to figure out the wealth pyramid. At the bottom, you become a good tactician. You learn the trade of real estate. You learn how to buy and sell houses, and you get really good at that. The next level is you start to build a business, which means you've got people coming in. So you've got to become a good manager, right? That's called the messy middle, is what I call it. It's kind of the hard part. To go from 50 to 100 transactions, for example, is really hard. Okay, I mean, going from 100 to 200 is easier than going from 50 to 100, because at least you've got the infrastructure in place to scale. Now, the place where wealth is created, generational wealth and true wealth is created, is at the top of the pyramid, and that's where you're in leadership. And I know leadership, we talked about that earlier in the show, but you are in a position now with the leverage that you built in your team and the leverage with your revenue group and everything else you got going on. What are your plans now, man? Tell us. I'm excited to hear this.
Oh, yes. My favorite topic, always striving for the future, right? 175 deals by end of this year. And I want to leverage eventually to 400 deals without me being in production and in the day to day. And then 1,000 rev share group by end of the year. Now, I know it's very aggressive, and why not? Why not me? Why not now? I'm going to go for it, and I'll do whatever it takes to get there. It's not if I will get there, it's when I will get there. So I'm just dreaming about these things, and having freedom, options, and choices for my life. And if I could buy a bigger house from here, because we live in a condo right now. We got a great water view, but ultimately when the second baby comes, we need a house. So I need that house, right? And then to be able to have my residual income and passive income from real estate and other sources to be covering my lifestyle completely. That's really what excites me. And I'm doing whatever it takes right now.
So that'll bring more money. Ostensibly, it'll put more time in your calendar through leverage. What are your personal plans? How do you want to spend your personal time?
Ooh, that's a good one. I think really want to focus on being in tip-top shape, right? Because I'm 41 and got a lot of years to go. This is midlife, right? But I want to stay as in best shape as possible. That's why I'm reading about brain health, health in general. Ben Greenfield, I'm listening to that book Boundless as well. Great book. So I want to be able to take care of myself first and foremost, and be energetic enough so that I can play with my kids for years to come. I'm an older dad, right? I'm going to be 60 years old when my girls turn 18 and 20, right?
Don't feel bad. I was 40 when my youngest was born. I was 36 when he was born. So there's
no way.
And by the way, 40 is not middle age, man. I'm middle aged. I'm 62. That's middle
Okay.
age. Okay. Don't kid yourself. You're still a toddler, okay? So get back in your
sounds
diapers.
good.
Yeah, John.
All right.
Just kidding. All right. So I mean, you know, the whole life work balance thing. You're in a position that not all of us get to, and that's that you're going to be able to create a legacy for your family. You're creating not only residual income, but we all know that residual income is willable, and it's going to be generational wealth. What do you want to be remembered for, John, when the good Lord comes and takes you away?
Yeah, I want to be able to be a contribution to a lot of people's lives, and you know what we do is contribute to other agents' lives. You know, I get messages like this morning when I did the boot camp. You know, I get messages like, "Hey, man, it really made a difference in my day." And you know, wherever I'm at, I want to be of a contribution. So when I pass, I want to pass it down. So you know what, people would say, you know, my mentor John Tsai taught me this, and I'm passing it down to you. That to me is making a difference. So that's what I want to leave.
That's huge,
Instead of
man.
financial, because I could leave a big rev share for Zoe and my girl coming. You know what? But that doesn't really matter, because if they're not going to be great kids, they're going to squander it all away anyways, right? So I want to be able to pass down my knowledge, my skills, my mindset, right? For them to be great people on their own. If I can pass that down instead of passing the wealth down, that's way more fulfilling than just money. So that's what I want to pass down.
That's why we love you so much, because you're not just a great real estate agent. You're also a great dad, great husband, and a great friend. And you know, you're a rare breed, John. And you know, we're just thankful we're thankful to be in business with you. Can't wait to make that swing up to BC. Now I'm getting all excited about going back, and so we got to start doing some planning, maybe in the summer. I don't know if I like, you know, BC's okay in the winter, but if you're going to do Canada, you sure don't want to be in Saskatchewan in January,
No.
right? A little chilly. Right, yeah. So but let's get on that and start making some plans. John, is there anything that we haven't talked about today that you really felt compelled that you wanted to talk about in your heart? Anything you want to share with our group?
Well, I just want to thank you, Cliff, because you're the one who really put me over the edge. Like I was saying before we went live, that you know I was on a call with you in November 2018. I was on the freeway in LA. I was on my vacation, and you know Chris Bear, Brent Gove, Gene Frederick, Rob Flick had all talked to me, right? And you were the guy that, well, my wife was really the one who clicked. You weren't even talking to her. She was just in the background, and you were sharing with me, you know what, John, you can do this. And what if you can't do it? The revenue share doesn't work, stock doesn't work, you don't do any deals from KB Core. Who are you? You're still a great agent. You could still go back to Remax. You could still go back to Rennie, where you're from. And I was like, yeah, okay. Hey, you know what? I hung up the phone. My wife was like, you need to get involved now. And like a good husband, happy wife, happy life, I signed the papers that night, and the rest is history. And at that time, your rev share was 55,000. I was like, not me, Cliff, I can't do it. And you said, you know what? You know, 95% of all agents probably can't do it, but you can. You can, John. You know what? 2.5 years now, fast forward, my rev share this month, the top figure was $47,000. And you know what? It gives me freedom, options, and choices to be able to not take the next listing if I don't like the client or if they're not aligned with our message. I can actually have an option to do that. What freedom is that bringing to my life? So I just want to thank you for really bringing that to myself and my family. And that's legacy that you left for me. So thank you, Cliffs. Appreciate you.
Well, John, I just thank you for being open-minded. Occasionally I can speak a word or two that gets people's attention, but you always have to, it's the person on the other end that has to get it and receive it, right? And, I just, like I said, I thank you for being open-minded and just being such a solid, salt of the earth guy, man. You were you're just you're something that everybody can look up to, and we just really appreciate you. You're having an impact on a lot of people's lives, and your group grew by 100 just this quarter. It won't be long before you hit 1,000. And I'm going to give you a challenge right now, just like I did when you were in your car in LA on the way to the airport. And I just crossed 7,400 agents in my group. So my challenge for you, my friend, your next goal, if you haven't said it yet, pick a stretch number of 7,500, and let's make it happen, okay? Because if you like where you are now, you're going to love where you're going to be. And if there's anybody in the world that can do it, I know that you can, and I'm here to support you and help you in every way along the way. And that's why I want to get back up to Canada and see Patricia and you, and we've got friends in other parts of Toronto and other areas, and we're just we love you guys so much. Canadian people are just fun to be around.
They are.
I don't know what it is. They don't complain.
At least the ones that we've met, right?
Well, yeah, but I think they're pretty good, pretty representative of
the entire country.
Yeah. But you guys, you just have a whole different outlook at life, and it takes a lot to get you
boiled.
I don't ever. Yeah, I mean, you don't get mad, you don't get angry and stuff like that. You get excited about stuff, which is great. But you just you're really get great quality people to be around, and that's why I'm really excited to have a business up there with y'all that we're involved in, and can't wait to get back up there to see you. By the way, are you coming to Cabo in a couple of weeks, or?
I can't. Yeah, the thing is, I would, but wife is pregnant, and if we were to come back from that, we'd have to quarantine, and being stuck at home for 2 weeks when you're pregnant is not really workable. So, although I want to,
yeah,
no for now.
I'm sorry. You guys do have, I guess you got some travel restrictions, because I know when it was scheduled for February, there were issues with getting people down from Canada. But we'll be back we're going to be in Scottsdale in May, and of course Tony Robbins here in Dallas in August, John. And if there's any way that you can come down, and I know that's going to be June. Oh man, you're going to be a new dad. You're not going to want to leave the house. But I'll see if we can get you a stream or something anyway. But we are thinking about you all the time, and congratulations on the impending arrival here. So excited for you and your wife, and for Zoe. Have you done a gender release yet, or is that still a?
Yeah, so 2 girls now.
Oh, that's right. You said 2 girls earlier. Yeah. Have you already picked a name out?
Yeah. I have not.
Okay, boy, don't say that. Say we have not.
Oh, we have not.
Is your wife there listening? Is your lovely wife listening? Is she there?
I think she's out right now.
Oh, she is? Okay. Bought you some time,
oh,
man.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah,
Stop
always
the
say
video
me.
at 28 minutes and what?
Yeah, she's pregnant. We are not pregnant.
Okay, I got you. Well, maybe you better let her have some input on the name anyway. How's that?
Yeah.
That's my coaching point of the day here. Well, John, I know you got a training session you got to go to here, my friend, and that's what you're all about, man. Your team is education-based, training-based. You pour into your people. Tell me, what are you going to train on today? What's this session about?
Today we have a training session on working with buyers, and God knows right now we need that. Right? You're getting outbid every single day. Just pre-qualify them, make sure that they're motivated, and you're making offers with the right buyers, or else you're going to be going out on a lot of showings for no reason. So, you know what? Hopefully it's helpful.
So tell me, how many months of inventory are there in your market right now? Is it as tight as we are here?
It's just about a 1.5 months of supply.
1.5? Would you believe that where we live up here in Prosper and in Frisco, it's between 1/10 of a month and 0.3 tenths or 0.3 of a month of inventory? That's all the way from $200,000 to $1 million. It is
my goodness.
Crazy. Yeah, it's got to change. I know it's going to. You can't sustain the market. There's no way physically possible for it for it to keep going. But anyway, well, I'm glad to get a market update. And like I said, I just, man, I'd love to get up there and see you train. I know you're so effective and you communicate so well, and that's why your agents do so well. But maybe if you would share your training with us sometime on a Zoom or something like that, and I'd love to see what you guys do. Did you have any other questions for John? I think I don't want to keep you because I know you got to get over there and get your folks lit up here. But I guess we'll just thank you again for being here and look forward to the next time. I'm hoping it'll be before 6 months again. Actually, it may have been longer, but before I want to get you on the show in 6 months, but I want to get that trip to Canada in there in between. So let's get working on that and start thinking about what we can do. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely. Cliff and Cliff, if you guys come to Canada, I will be able to reach 1,000 by the end of the year. So I hope you come.
Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Let's
go grow it out
That's
there.
a promise, my brother. You got it. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Be our pleasure. All right. Here back to Vancouver so we can get working. So great to see him again, isn't it? Golly, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Travis, thank you, sir, for bringing the plane down here. Great landing and great takeoff, man. I'll tell you, I just feel so confident. He's got the experience and just does such a great job every time.
You want to talk about consistency, though?
What's
John
that?
Tsai.
John Tsai.
73 out of 75 days, 75 hard. He's about to complete 75 hard for the first time.
Travis, I was going to see if you wanted to partner with me on that 75 hard. Are you up for that?
I have about 75 minutes in me if that's what we're talking about. I can do it for about 75 minutes, and then I'm probably going to be on my way.
Let me tell you what.
It's one of the hardest things you can ever try in your entire life.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've got
it's a lot.
The intensity to get through something like that. But it doesn't surprise me. John's just, man, he's up to any challenge. Just incredible guy. Well, all right, friends and neighbors out there in YouTube land, it's great to have you again. And if you're watching this, I want to let you know we're going to be in Cabo the week of the 25th through the 30th. And we may be doing something really cool on a remote out there. I got to talk with Travis and see if we can get that figured out. But thank you guys for watching us today. Great to have John on the show. And please join us next week. We'll be back once again with another great episode of Cliff's Notes. It's every Thursday at 1 o'clock Central for the tips, tricks, and tactics to explode your business. I guarantee it!